All right, fellas, how is it going? Today is Sunday, July 5th, 2026. We're going to be live again. And I'm going to try and keep it down a little bit. I'm going to try and keep this stream a little under control because I have neighbors right there and I can hear that they're out and about. And I don't want to be the crazy white man talking to himself in the backyard. So I just need to be very cognizant of that and just kind of be aware of that. So I'm going to go over the stream with a few people. Let me go ahead and put the link out there. Yeah, no, I know they're out and about. They're out and about doing their own thing. I mean, but hey, it's a free country. Everybody can do that. Okay, let's go ahead and send the link to Henna. Hopefully, she is around. In case you're around, although I think today, I think today is horse race day, so I'm not sure if she's going to be around or not. And then let me go ahead and put this in the chat room for in the Discord with everything else right there. And then that's 15 minutes to the dot, no doubt. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send this out to a couple of other people via text. Like I'm going to send it to Lisa in case she is around. And I'm going to send it to probably, that's about it, really. Maybe I'll send it to Razman on Instagram as well. Let's see. Razman the Singleton Man. I can go ahead and put that there. Put this here. I'm going to send it out to Razman the Singleton Man, and then that's going to be it for today. I sent it to Lisa. Is there anybody? You know what? I want to send it to Robbie. I haven't heard from Robbie in a while. Flava Pop. Everybody knows Flava Pop. So I'm going to send it to Flava Pop just in case he is around as well and wants to pop in. But I hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday. I know this is a last minute stream, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Not even going to waste any time. Let's just do it. It is about 5 o'clock here. It's about 5 o'clock here in Botswana on this beautiful Sunday. It got up to like 74 degrees today. It gets really cold at night. This morning, it was not as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was about, when I woke up, it was 2 below Celsius. This morning, it was 4 above Celsius. So it was chilly, but it was still not quite as cold as you would expect or you would think it would be. Anyway, but it is summer. I mean, it is winter here in Botswana, so it's going to get cold. Now, there's going to be no snow. There's not going to really be any ice, but it does get chilly. Lisa says, I'm here, but I'm at work. I won't be staying long, unfortunately. Lisa, look, you're the manager of the store, right? So what you need to do, Lisa, is I'm sure that the store has like ambient music, like intercom music playing in the store. If not, now it does. Now it has a podcast that plays. That's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out. Let's try and think about what we want to do now. After the big argument yesterday with Not Sure and him basically being like, well, why don't you just say, well, just use pointers to save on, which was admittedly extremely infuriating. He went to Grok and had Grok basically implement some save system. And the code that it implemented was basically the pattern that I had in mind, which it included this iSaveable interface, right, which is very similar to what we had. And then it had a save manager, which was basically this singleton. Is this a singleton? Actually, I don't know if this is a singleton or not. It might not be a singleton, but basically it had a class. Well, wait a minute. Okay, register, unregister. So what exactly are things registering themselves with? So let's look that up really quick. I'm curious about that. Does it actually give an example of... Okay, so save migrator. I don't want save migrator, save manager. Okay, so this does seem to be using it as a singleton. Maybe it is a singleton that I'm not really... Oh, it's not a singleton, it's a static class. Oh. Okay, so that basically saves the trouble of having to make it a singleton. You just have it a singleton. I just have it a static class. I think there's some good code here that we can use, actually. Lisa says, no, my earbud is in. We have no music, so I pump my music into my brain. You're an old lady now, Lisa. You can't be pumping that's bad for your hearing. You're going to go deaf. You probably have the ear hearing of like a of an 85-year-old. I mean, I'm sure you have the vagina of a 19-year-old, but you have the hearing of an 85-year-old. That's a strange mix. It's a very strange mix. So anyway, okay, let me see. So we have this save manager. The nice thing about it being a static class is that we can kind of have it. So we already had that static class, right? Where we have in our game, we have this game. It wasn't the game state manager that was a static class, was it? It was. Hmm. Hmm. It's pretty nice, though. I mean, this takes care of a few problems, right? Like it makes the saves atomic because the operating system is a move, which, in case you didn't know, I don't think there's any major operating system, though I can't speak for mobile operating systems, but I'm pretty sure, like on the big three, which is Linux, Mac, and Windows, renaming a file is atomic. It's an atomic operation. Um, is that true? Am I making that up, or is that true? I learned that some time back. So let's go ahead and load up a Good Boy browser and see what and ask AI. Is renaming a file an atomic OS operation on all three major OSs? No, it's not universally atomic operation across all three operating systems. While POSIX standard requires rename system to be atomic, the underlying implementation depends entirely on a specific operating system. Okay, so POSIX, yes. Mac, generally yes, but with historic caveats. Windows, no, not by default. Windows does not natively. How to make it atomic? So I guess Windows has some weird. Okay, so you have move file, replace existing. Okay, so I thought so. I think what I'm getting at is what about C# implementations? I'm curious because maybe C#, let's see, file.move, is it atomic? No, especially if the file exists. File replace, yes, mostly. And I believe that's what it uses. Let me see. Yeah. So right here. So you see you have this class atomic file store, which basically has asynchronous write, it has asynchronous read, try and validate. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Ugh. Okay, sorry. So Lisa says, Addie, you should donate to my GoFundMe for my car. You are the third woman in my life to ask me to donate for their car fund. The third. And do you know how many I've donated to of the first two? Do you know how many of those two I donated to? And do you know how many of those two did me oral favors? So I'm just saying, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So anyway, let's see. So I think we can use a lot of this, right? Here's the iSaveable interface. And let's see, what is this doing? What does this do? So you register it, and then it basically just looks at the key. So you have this key right here. You get the save key, and then that's unique across all items. And then this dictionary should be an object, right? No, it's an iSaveable thing. So when you run the save, what is it going to do? It's going to iterate through the dictionary, but what I want to see exactly what it does when it iterates through the dictionary. So let's see. So there it is, registering and unregistering. Here, okay, is for each savable, capture the state. So this would be what you have to implement in the iSave interface, I would imagine. Yeah, capture state. And so, it wants you to capture the state directly to a J token. Save key, restore state. Okay. And then load for iSavables. See, the one thing that this code doesn't do is actually show this implemented in a Unity project. And this is where it gets a little tricky because in the examples that it shows, let's look up load async, right? In the examples that it shows, save manager, save system bootstrap. Yeah, this doesn't load async. So you would have to do this after everything is registered, but before the game starts, right? So you would have to, where would you do this? Like, would you do it like because this is where it gets really tricky. This is where like I'm like kind of confused about things. Okay, let's kind of start. I don't want to just copy this code over. I kind of want to take the best parts of it and just kind of bring it into my own system. Lisa says, Addie, love you, but I gotta go. Focused on have an amazing stream, explanation point instead of a question mark. Thank you, Lisa. I love you too. Good luck with your car fund. Maybe I'll throw. And I've donated enough money to the Let Lisa Live fund as it is. I've donated plenty money to Lisa in the past. So there you go. Oh, Hannah texted me it's horse day apparently in Finland. They let all the horses out to run wild. Okay. Anyway, LOL, heart. You know what, Lisa? Maybe you have a better chance of me donating money because you never have done me oral favors. You know, like I said, the other two women did, and I gave them nothing. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Or if you think oral favors would increase your chances of a donation, well, I'm up for that too. So, okay. Anyway, okay, I want to know what this J token is because this Newtonsoft JSON link. Where's this J token defined? That's going to be a question. Okay, let's start with basically just saving and restoring the player. And let's see what we still have yet to. So we still need to implement a save in the okay, so let's load up the scene. Let's load up the game scene because we still need to implement a save in there, right? And maybe game state manager could be static. I kind of like the idea of it being static better than a singleton. Or not game state manager. What's the other one? It could be no, maybe that's it. Okay, so we do have a HUD, and then we have the menu, canvas menu. Pause menu is where it's at. Okay, maybe it's not, or is it? I think it is actually. I think I implemented the pause menu using this UI document thing. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, so how can we do this? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to name this save. And hell if I remember how to make these buttons actually do things. I'm pretty sure they do things. I just don't remember how to make them do things. I don't know what they're doing next door, but it sounds like they're like moving. It sounds like they're moving out. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, how do I make these buttons actually do stuff? Button resume. Okay, this is going to be button save. Okay, and then we also are going to have, let's see, button save, button resume. Is there a script attached to this? Okay, let's save that. I imagine there's a script attached to it, maybe. Okay, pause menu controller. Okay, that's what I want. Let's go to edit script. Okay, this looks good. This is just a bunch of stuff. But what we can do, on exit clicked, on settings clicked, on main menu clicked. This is grayed out though. Let me see, create template, add selector. Selector type, no. How do I make this do anything? Like how, like, is there an resume clicked? I almost said on resume clicked. Resume game. Okay, how do I connect things up? Wait, what? Okay, so this is to display the menu. Okay, that's fine. I have no idea what the codex dialogue is. What the fuck is the codex dialogue? I have no idea what it is. I've done so much stuff to this game. I have no idea what it is. Okay, but here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So let's just follow the pattern. What's the name of the button? Button save. Okay. So I think this is fair. Okay, well, wait a minute. Okay, that's cool. Okay, no, I just want this to just be on save game. Okay, and then we need to actually add the on save game, right? Yeah, okay. Placeholder for save functionality. Okay, so let's make sure this basic functionality works. Come on. It's taking its sweet old time. Okay. Like, what are they doing out there? They're like, I swear to God, they're adding a new addition to their house. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Again, it is a free country. I mean, I assume, I hope, I'm living here, but it's a free country. They're allowed to assume and do what they're allowed to. They're allowed to move as much as they want. They're allowed to put forth as much as they want. They're allowed. What am I saying? They're allowed. They're allowed to do it, Addie. Okay. Let me see. I want to go to the console. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So we need a concept of, like, when a game starts, of it having a file name, right? Like, we probably want like something like autosave -001, and then have the user be able to override that. trying to think of how to do this. Okay. So if we come over here to save manager, we might be able to just plop this in. God. I have 2 pairs of glasses that I've bent since I've been here in Botswana. And then I went to the mall earlier today looking for an optometry place to see if like they could fix my glasses or anything. And of course, the mall I went to, which is called Fields Mall, the mall I went to didn't have a freaking optometry place. And just like, oh God. So now at some point I have to go to Airport Junction because I'm positive that they have a optometry place, and it's a much bigger mall anyway. But it's just like what kind of mall doesn't have an eyeglasses place? Like, well, how does that even work? Like, how does that work? I don't understand. Okay. Okay, so I think what I want to do, let me see. Okay, so wow, meta scene. What is this? Get active scene. I don't know what this is. So there's an on enable, on disable. Okay, capture state. See, I like this, and this is what I was looking for earlier. This is what I was looking for yesterday, being able to, yeah, I think that's going to work well. Save manager, save async 0, load async 0. I don't know what the slots are. What are they doing out there? What is this? Like, it was quiet all day long, and then I come out here and it's crazy down. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. It's literally like crazy down out there. I don't understand. Okay, robust JSON save system, multiple slots version. Okay, so I guess the multiple slots thing is so that it's easy to populate. I mean, it makes sense. A lot of games do that, right? So you can only save so many games, which I think is kind of dumb, but whatever. It is what it is. And then we have this whole register, save migrator. Yeah, this is for like an upgrade system. Like if, all right, I'm going to call it a stream. I'm going to end the stream a little early because it's a little crazy town over here. Now I see them like peeking over the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. Like it's a little, I'm not going to stream tomorrow, but I'll probably stream on Tuesday during the day when the kids are at school. But that'll be morning time in the East Coast. So I'm going to cancel this. I know it's only been a half hour, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go inside because it's a little crazy down over here. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry this was such a short stream. Be sure to click subscribe, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. We'll see you on Tuesday. All right, bye guys.